I liken Charlie Sheen politically to the unicorn, this mythical creature. You know, top star, A+ super list, doesn't get involved in a lot of political issues, a very intensely private person, but went public for 9/11 Truth 3.5 years ago, first on this radio show, and since then, Willie Nelson and Jesse Ventura and so many others we've educated. Former German defense ministers, now the #2 in the Japanese government, the vice president going public here on this show. Charlie's courage, every time I talk to one of these people, is what spurred them to first investigate it. And he's just such a great person, and I salute him because, you know, he's somebody who makes tens of millions of dollars a year, has so much to lose, and gets attacked for doing what he does. That courage resonates with everyone. Charlie, announcing the winner. You want to do it, or should I?
I'm going to let you do it, Alex.
All right, Cristo Garcia is the winner. Tomorrow I'm going to announce second and third place myself because I judge those. His video, 20 Minutes with the President, it's linked up on Infowars.com. Charlie, we're bringing him up, but why did you choose, watching that 150-plus videos, one of the first that came in, you watched them all, why did you choose 20 Minutes with the President by Cristo Garcia?
It was so obvious, Alex, that was the one to beat. And so the fact that it showed up early, it gave us something to, it gave us a phenomenal piece to gauge the others against, or to judge the others against. And there was nothing that could unseat it as the front runner. And it just sat on top, and you know, I tip my hat to all the other entries and all the other interpretations and the effort and the heart and the passion that went into all those other creations. And I'm so deeply flattered that people took that much time and that much energy to create these videos. But Christo's just sat there as a short film, as a mini, you know, fantasy documentary that was head and shoulders above everything else, and it really told the story, and it boiled down the facts, and it was intense, and it was well produced, it was well shot, it was well acted, it was just, there was something about it that was just wow, this guy really cares, he's really done his research, and he is clearly the winner.
Let's bring up Cristo Garcia right now. Cristo, I mean, did you know you were going to win? You introduced it so early. How did you get the jump on everybody? How did you, I mean, who are these great actors?
Well, that's a few important questions. The first thing I'd like to say is I followed the story from the minute that it dropped. I went to my wife, actually, and said, oh, my God, Charlie got to sit down with Obama. And then when I heard a week later there was going to be a film contest, I knew I was going to enter into the fray. I knew that immediately. And, you know, I have to say that I might not, well, I wouldn't be here right now if I hadn't seen Platoon and Wall Street. I was heavily influenced by those films when I was younger. And then when I got handed Terror Storm, that woke me up to everything around me. And so today I'm standing on the shoulders of you two giants. And I'm thrilled to be here. But from the first moment I knew that this was going to be a contest, I knew I was going to enter it. I wasn't worried about winning as much as participating, because I feel that everybody has to get this word out.
Exactly.
And I was so passionate about it. I just happened to be, I mean, I was working on it all day, every day until it was finished, and I uploaded it very quickly, and I was just ready to send it out to the world because I figured the sooner the better.
Well, I like your attitude, because everybody that made a film, they contributed to getting the truth out about 9/11 and all these serious questions. Everyone's a winner. And I think you won, not just because you have the talent, but because you had the right spirit. Charlie?
Oh, yeah, I would totally support that. Yeah, and Cristo, maybe you could talk a little bit just about how you interpreted the document into the visual presentation that you created. What was it that, because I asked you during the break, did you film all the dialogue and then edit it down, or did you, edit the document and then film that?
Well, it was a twofold process. The first thing was I didn't want it to feel too stagey. I wanted it to work more as a film, so I felt that I needed to trim some of it, which sort of broke my heart because I felt that I needed to make a film that would really appeal to the novice of 9/11 rather than our expert viewpoint, because we're so familiar with all the points that it just becomes second nature that you know what the truth is. But for someone who doesn't know anything, I wanted to really crystallize it down, to just those the fewest things I could that would stick in people's mind, where they really had to, address those points. And many people have told me that, it's a very powerful piece because of the way I condensed it. Now, after I shot all the footage, I still did a little bit of trimming, but I did most of the adaptation with the two main stars, Marcio Catalano and Greg Reed, who were just fantastic.
Yeah, they were, for sure. Yeah. Wow.
Well,
and did they memorize everything? Were they using cue cards? Because the dialogue got, it's pretty dense in certain points, or is he just referencing as though he's holding the notes like I was in the document?
Well, it was a combination. There's a lot of complex dialogue. So actually in the folders they held the script.
I got you. That's kind of what I figured.
In between takes,
yeah.
I was picking off all my cutaways of them fumbling with the folders and all those nice little close-ups that I did as cutaways. I shot the whole piece in one afternoon in 4.5 hours from beginning to end.
Did you really?
So, yeah, I had a really clear idea of exactly what I was going to do. Everything from the exterior scenes to the scenes with the National Security Advisor warning the aides not to talk about your arrival, et cetera. That was done from 3 p.m. to 7:30 in the evening.
Well, this film looks like it has a bigger budget than the $14,000 prize. And I know Charlie and I privately spoke. Hopefully, if you'd like, put out on YouTube at your site, Cristo Garcia is the handle. Put out the extended director's cut. I know I would certainly like to see that. What about you, Charlie?
Absolutely, 100%. Yeah, no, I would even like to see outtakes, whatever. It's just, it's such an impressive piece that anything that went into it, I'm terribly curious about,
I've got tons, man. I mean, it broke my heart to even trim. There was every little trim. You know how the business is. I mean, it's like, if it's not absolutely the most important thing you're listening to, you got to yank it.
Of course.
And I just really wanted to boil it down to something very powerful. But yeah, I've got a lot more material. I'd be happy to do something longer. But again, on YouTube, I didn't want to do a 2-part thing. I wanted to exist as a one-clip piece that people could digest.
Gotcha. No, I think that was smart.
Gotcha. Wow. Wow. Well, congratulations, man. I mean, it's you really found the spirit of the piece and translated that visually and dramatically, and it's just so impressive. And I'm just so flattered that something that was just an idea, turns into that. It's I guess that's how we. That's how we make change,
That's all it takes is an idea. And then you hand it to someone else, and now other people who have watched it, perhaps they will take it even further along. There's something about the truth that it doesn't need to be supported. Like, lies take support and effort and complicated, conspiracies, et cetera, but the truth exists on its own. It doesn't need anything. So all I was doing was just passing along what you gentlemen had handed to me earlier.
Got it. Wow. Yeah, it's like I've said to Alex, the truth is unchanging, the truth is a constant.
Yeah, to the Greeks, they considered it a divinity.
Yes.
And you don't want to go up against the truth, or you're fighting a losing battle.
Exactly, yeah.
Well, gentlemen, I'm going to talk to you guys behind the scenes during this break. I know you're both busy, but time has run out on us. We'll see if I can bring you both back to say bye on the other side. Get a few final comments from Charlie Sheen. But if you want to watch the video, regardless, it's 20 minutes with the president. Put that into YouTube. Put it into Google. It's Cristo Garcia Production. Cristo Garcia is the YouTube handle. We have it linked right now up on Infowars.com and PrisonPlanet.com. And I just want to thank Cristo Garcia for being part of this. I want to thank Charlie for calling me up 3.5 months ago and saying, I was sure Obama would keep his promise for change. We got to work on something. I've got an idea. 20 minutes with the president to see this grow. There's more chapters coming in the future. That will remain under wraps until later. But I just want to thank Charlie Sheen and Cristo Garcia and this huge communal effort of truth lovers coming together. We'll be right back.